In the past few years, I've been able to dismantle pornography using this secret, reliable method completely. And I'm about to share it with you today. Not manage it, not reduce it, not control your urges, but to destroy it for good. And I didn't just do this for myself. There's countless men that I've implemented the exact same framework and walked away from porn entirely. Without discipline, without streaks, and without having to constantly monitor themselves. And here's what's important to understand. The main issue that they were struggling with wasn't willpower or self-control. It was self-identity. Most specifically, what I call the watcher mentality. And today I'm going to show you why this self-view is one of the most dangerous mental positions you can develop. How porn silently trains you into it, how it leads into every areas of your life, and the exact blueprint you can use to step out of it and re-enter your life starting today. And I mean the full blueprint, not another theory or motivation or tactic, but instead full changes from the core. In this video, I'm going to be uncomfortable and extremely precise. So if you don't have the focus to sit through something that could fundamentally change how you experience your life, just click off now. But if you're tired of watching life pass by, if you're tired of living through screens, fantasies, seeing other people progress and live their lives, and you actually want to take authorship of your own life again, then watch this all the way through and apply exactly what I'm about to show you. Because the watcher mentality is simple but destructive. It's the psychological position where you observe life instead of participating in it. You consume, you analyze, you comment, you fantasize, but you never act. Your nervous system learns something dangerous, and that is that you think that you don't need to step into life to feel alive. And once that lesson is learned, it doesn't stay just in porn. It spreads into your work, your relationships, your confidence, your faith, your sense of direction. Every time life gets uncomfortable, you disappear. Stress hits, you escape. Loneliness hits, you dodge. You retreat into fantasy where you're never ever rejected. You're never judged. And your lack of progress for the things that are objectively important in life doesn't exist in that world. But here's the cost. The more you escape life, the less meaningful life feels. And the less meaningful life feels, the more outlets you need to just feel regulated. This isn't a dopamine problem, as you can see. This is an existential meaning problem. And over time, this creates something worse. You stop seeing yourself as the main actor in your own life. You become the side character, the observer, the guy who keeps saying, yeah, I'll just start this later. I'll resolve this problem eventually. Next year will probably be different, or in the future I'll change and live the life that I dream of. Meanwhile, you watch other men graduate, get married, build successful careers, take the risk. They have intimacy with the woman you want, and they move forward in life, and you stay where you are. Some of the men I've worked with calculated the time that they lost living this way, and we're talking about thousands of hours. That's enough time to earn a PhD, master maybe even multiple languages, build a very strong body, to get closer to God, or to build real wealth. And those years weren't lost because they were incapable. They were lost because watching those videos and living in fantasy felt safer than risking failure. And here's another consequence most people never talk about. A watcher cannot relate to people entirely because watching turns human beings into objects. Women become stimulation. The men that you see become comparisons. Life becomes content. You can even notice this pattern with your normal content consumption cycle. You already live through people's achievement and success, unless you watch educational videos like this one to better your life by implementing the solutions we'll get to shortly. But you stop seeing stories, the struggles, the families, the dignity, and start seeing utility. But that's why porn warps how you see women. Not because you're evil or immoral, but because through watching porn and fantasy, you remove humanism inside of you and empathize only with your desires. And here's the uncomfortable truth. A watcher cannot love deeply because we know that love requires presence, respect, attention, participation. And when you live in fantasy, There's none of that. This is also why discipline fails, because discipline is just you watching yourself count days, track the urges, monitor yourself, and recovery almost becomes surveillance over your own self. And streets never free you, they just make you more self-focused. And as long as fantasy really feels meaningful to you, you will want to return to it. So real freedom doesn't come from fighting urges. It comes from collapsing the false illusionary value that you attach to it. Because when fantasy loses its meaning, the desire will just die naturally. I'm telling you. And when you step back into presence, real life becomes much more meaningful. And this is sadly the correction that most men never ever receive. They're told to just try harder when the real issue is in their mind, what they themselves still believe. As I said in the beginning of this video, I know this works because I've helped countless men break free with the exact same method. Men like Josh, now with over 2 years of freedom, not through discipline, but because lust stopped making sense to him. Or men like Joey, who rejected the addiction narrative completely once his belief shifted. Men who struggled for years, tried everything, and finally became free when the watcher mentality collapsed. Different backgrounds, different personalities, same correction. They weren't weak, they weren't broken, they were just stuck in the watcher role until they ended. Identifying the specific belief that keeps porn valuable in your mind and dismantling it properly is the permanent fix you need. This is why the men I work with become permanently free. Some men can apply this on their own, and please start working on this today. But for others, understanding might not be enough. They need someone to walk them through the correction in real time. If you want direct guidance for this exact process, I'll work with you directly, step by step, to identify the exact belief that keeps porn meaningful in your mind until we dismantle it properly, in real time, with correction, with feedback. Check the link down below this video and apply for the yearly one-on-one coaching. And let's see how we can get you to quit PMO.